Mandy, attractive blonde.
Alicia.
Gimpus. How are we? Excellent. We made him not talk this time. I got a bit flustered when he spoke last time. Guys, love your music. Love your music.
Great to hear.
And your first video, Chandelier, has a friend of ours in here. Waylay, who performed last year. Anyone that's here last year and saw people hanging around out the back, literally, will remember Waylay. He was our madman out the back, and he's in your clip for Chandelier, which is a fantastic song.
Thank you.
So talk to us a bit about your music.
Well, where to begin? We wanted something different. As you said in previous interviews, you're sick of the same stuff coming out. I was going into clubs and there's the lineup of metal bands playing, and I mean as great as a lot of them were, a lot of them did sound just very similar. And I love my metal, but you go into the club, you hear three bands almost identical. It's just it's a competition to who's got the fastest double kick and the most face-meltingest riff, and who can scream the most without their throat bleeding. And when it kind of got a bit much, so I really wanted to bring something different into the scene.
So influences.
Influences. We don't have enough time in the interview. Anyone who ever wrote a song about sex, I guess.
Excellent.
But I guess we draw a lot from Maynard from Tool, Perfect Circle, Puscifer. Like Deftones, Typo Negative, of course. Manson. There's too many to mention. But we like to think that when we play at a gig, often sandwiched between two, brutal metal bands, that we're kind of like the eye of the storm. And people really respond to that. People, after listening to the face melting riffs, and then we come on, we're something a little bit different. It gives them a break, gives them something to appreciate, and then whatever else.
I think that's what I like about you guys as well. There's a little, I enjoy the depth, and also the despair in your music. Like there's nothing left behind. You know what I mean? When you guys are putting it out there, you're putting it out there. But as you said, it's not that sort of, as you said, in your face sort of brutal. It's more that brooding metal. Which I'm very much a very 80s, 90s metal grunge fan myself, and I see a lot of that sort of tortured poet bleeding out into the music, and a lot of the way that you portray, a lot of the notes and stuff that you guys use in your music isn't very traditional, and it sort of it really adds to that canvas. I keep saying canvas, but guys, it really is when you listen to good artists, they're portraying their art on the canvas, but it's a musical one, and I really feel that comes through from your music. So now let's talk about your live shows, because obviously you've got a background that's heavily influenced by musical theatre and stage performance, in a completely, a little bit, but in a completely different film. Hey, this is Harlem, everyone. Say hey, buddy. Say hi to everyone.
Canvas. Can I go back over there? What's going on?
That's staying in.
Cameo.
So the contrast between that sort of commercial, characterised portrayal of what you do, and we all do it, whether it be in an artistic field or in what I do as my day job, is very commercialised and pig-penned or pigeonholed, and then to what you do on stage. How do you transfer that sort of energy into your performances? Because that's, I see quite a transverse sort of, it's almost like a metamorphosis when you go on your stage show.
Well, we tend to let the music speak for itself. A lot of people sort of see us before we go on stage, and I know a lot of people look at us and think, oh, this guy's going to be like this brutal death growler, and I think we open a lot of people's eyes when we start performing. We like to just I don't know, I guess we have the music. Well, it's about the music. There's, you know, we try not to go overboard with like stage production and things like that. There's lots of great bands out there that, you know, have no sort of visual extras.
Impact.
You know, you've got the bands out there doing what they're there to do. The singer's singing, the guitarist playing guitar. Everyone's doing what they're there to do. No one's sort of acting. It's all about the music, and we feel that that's sort of where we sit. I mean, I put on a pair of tight pants and parade around and get, you know, a little bit emotional. I get into it, you know. I get into it with the audience. Try and channel the music and the feeling behind it. All the tracks so far, all the tracks are written about an experience that I've had in my life or someone that I know, and so they're all about, you know, they all come from very personal places. So when we get up and perform, we just let the music, let it go.
And you're recording now.
We're recording now, yeah.
So fingers crossed, we might have an extra EP launch at the Wallapalooza this year. We're hoping for it. Fingers crossed. I can't do that twice. Drummer's fingers after it, not really good. Guys, we're really looking forward to seeing you play at Wallapalooza this year. Oh, I didn't tell them the cover.
Yeah, the cover. I've been thinking about it. It's one of my favourite songs.
One of my favourite songs. I did happen to mention to the guys they were worried about Bieber, but I said, look, that's not a problem. We only do songs by artists. One of my biggest influences when I was in the early grunge days on the Gold Coast was a gentleman by the name of Glenn Danzig.
Nice.
So you guys will be performing Mother by Danzig.
That's cool. That's brilliant. Thank you.
Thanks.
I think they like that idea.
I hope so.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to see these guys perform at Wallapalooza. Guys, 29 bands, 3 stages, including Gimpus. You'd be mental not to be here. Thanks very much for coming down, guys.
Thank you, man.
We'll see you there.
Cheers.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you. Lish,
Thank you.
until next video.
You like it when it all goes wrong.